The Vote Brussels campaign was organized within the FairEU project. FairEU stands for Fostering Awareness, Inclusion and Recognition of EU mobile citizens' political rights.
We know that there are a lot of practical obstacles that mobile EU citizens face when they're trying to get involved in politics in the country that they're living in. And so what we tried to do in this Vote Brussels campaign is take what we know about those practical obstacles and see what we can do to overcome them by using some of the best practices that are out there to try and actually inform and help EU citizens to use their right to vote.
I've lived in Brussels for 16 years now, almost the whole time I've worked in the Commission. And I've always been really involved in my local community, so my comité de quartier, and I really love Brussels and have gotten to know a lot of Belgians and non-Belgians who live here. The vote, which comes around once every 6 years, is a great opportunity, and it's a democratic moment that I think everybody should participate in. So this campaign is all about raising awareness and really giving people the right information to ensure that democracy is really fulfilled in Brussels.
Information is a big obstacle. Unfortunately, many local authorities here don't do a lot of outreach to get EU citizens involved in local politics. The Commission wants to do more and realizes that there are information gaps. I think this FairEU project should be a wake-up call for them, where we have worked so much with EU Commission staff to do, for example, a day of action on the 2nd of July in all of the Commission buildings, where we discovered so many EU officials don't know about their right to vote. So one of the lessons from this kind of research action of FairEU is that a big myth is that EU citizens are not interested to get involved in local politics. But in a few months, a few dozen volunteers with some brochures and letters and emails were able to double the number of voters.
Your democratic right to vote actually shapes so many decisions about your daily life and everybody else's daily life. And that if you are not voting, your voice is not being heard even in that small part of a democratic process. So it's really important.
If you're living in another country, then you should always participate in that country's politics, because the politics of that country affects you. Things should be more digital, the instructions should be clearer, and there needs to be a way of managing the large volumes of people who are registering, certainly in the Commune d'Ixelles.
So when you actually empower citizens, they can very easily interest their fellow citizens, because no one has reached out to your ordinary EU citizen to inform and ask them to get involved.